Hey you guys, sorry it took me so long to do this video. I had a lot of things going on in my family, so I had to postpone the video and get everything right that I needed for my new business to start sending messages about my life that I told you guys that I would be sharing, and messages that I would want to share with y'all just so you may take away from it, learn from it, or share with somebody else. Today I'll be talking about giving ourselves away to people we feel or think deserve us. Sometimes we talk and deal with these guys or girls, and we love the time and attention that is given to us because sometimes we go back to our childhood, and sometimes we may not know that. And it come from embedment from our father, mother, grandma. It just goes about how or what our childhood was when this all began. Time and affection and love are what women crave. And we crave because that's some of our love language. But we sometimes give ourselves to people that don't deserve us. But we also have to think about sometimes we choose to deal with people and don't even date. We start to think that because we are chilling, spending the night, going over, meeting family, is a sign of saying, okay, yeah, we date. This is locked in. It can't be broken. But in reality, you're wrong. We sometimes talk to people for years and never know who they really are. Dating is very important. And I say that because you can literally, off of 1 or 2 dates, know if that person is meant for you. You date that person and you find out so many things, their favorite color, what they like to do. And I know we sometimes joke about that, but them are serious questions that sometimes matter at the end of certain situations. Yes, we love our attention. Yes, we love our time as women, but we also allow men to do things to us that shouldn't be done. But that's because we so in love with them that we don't see things that we should have seen when we should have dated them. But far and foremost, the most important thing that we have to learn is to love ourselves. I literally spent years of dealing with people that loved me and I didn't love them. I didn't know how to love them because I lacked love from my father. I lacked love from my mother at some point in time in my life. And I wanted that attention and love from people I was dealing with, but they couldn't feel that hold inside that my parents or people I actually loved in my family to feel, that void that I was missing. But we also have to think about when we love ourselves, when you love yourself, it doesn't matter what happened, what we do, how we do it. I just learned to love myself a month ago. I was put in a situation where I just had to heal. I had to understand what I was wanting, who I wanted to be, who I was, what was my purpose that God was calling for me to do. But it took me to get into a situation to learn how to love myself. I couldn't love people that loved me, like I said, because I didn't love myself. But now that I love myself, it's the best feeling that I have ever felt before. You have to be cautious about who you give yourself to. That includes time, attention, affection. When you give yourself to someone and you give your time to someone to be wasted, your feelings get involved, your emotions get involved. And sooner or later, the way you feel or the things you want to say doesn't matter because you're so deep with that person, you can't get the courage to say anything because you don't want to ruin what you guys already have going on. When you give yourself to someone, you have to be mindful of the emotions that come with it. You have to be mindful of who that person is once you give yourself to that person. But we don't think about that. We just think about that period of time where we want to enjoy life and think we're in love with people that really don't even love us. If you could ask yourself a question, how many people have you dealt with that actually loved you? And even if you haven't dealt with a lot of people, I don't mean sexually, I mean conversation, relationships. How many people actually loved you and you wasn't ready to love them because you didn't know how to love yourself to love them? Time is valuable. So valuable now because of everything that's going on. So, with that being said, take the time out to actually know who you're dealing with. Take the time out to actually know who they are. Stop settling for people that's not willing to go to bat for you. Stop settling for people that won't give you what you give them. When looking for somebody, actually I said that wrong. Don't look for nobody. Let that person come to you. Everybody on this earth, God has designed someone for them. And I fought so much and fought so long for people to love me that now I love myself too much to even worry if certain people love me or don't love me enough. But what I do know is when someone enters your life, they have to put the same effort you put in. They have to accept your past. They have to accept anything that happens in your life. They don't have to accept it. No. So I did say that wrong. But they have to be willing to go 50-50 with you to fix things that you can't fix yourself. Or come up with that lack of thing that you lack within them. You definitely need somebody with patience. Patience is the key to all things. Anything can be fixed with patience and love. But people don't take the time out to actually think about certain situations. Communication. You need someone that's willing to communicate. I know sometimes we get in situations where we just want to lash out and not talk or listen. But I've learned from experience, lashing out without listening gets you nowhere. But you also can be talking to someone until you blue in the face. That doesn't mean they're listening. Be mindful. Don't give yourself to someone you know is not worth you. Understand your worth. It took me 21 years to know my worth. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value. Am I ashamed? No. Am I afraid? No. Now I'm ready for what my future holds. And I put it all into God because He allowed me to see things that I wasn't able to see once I put all my faith and trust into Him. And I know you guys been waiting a long time for this video, and I honestly am sorry. I really was trying to make this video. But for those of you who are still watching my video, I have 2 giveaways to 2 women since my business is all about empowering women. 1, I want you to share this video. 2, I want you to inbox me, give me your opinion, give me your story. And I have 2 amazing giveaways to give to 2 women. I love all my supporters, and I love you guys that actually listen and paying attention. Thank you.